Howdy, howdy. Thought we'd talk a little bit about the 321 No More Pain book I wrote, and let's go into part two. let's take it up a notch. So I wrote that book back in, I think it was 2018. And it was because I stumbled upon this technique because I was in a world of pain. And pain comes in a myriad of forces, of ways, right? It can be physical, such as, hurting yourself, having a sprained ankle, having an amputated limb, whatever. It can be emotional, such as anxiety, and I have panic attacks, things like that. And it can be mental, such as an addiction, things like that. Pain comes in a myriad of ways. And I mean, it's just, there's no, anytime you're in a space of, I don't feel good, I feel scared, I feel worried, I feel feared, that's pain. That's pain, bottom line. And I was in my own space, and I stumbled upon this technique that really just blew up my world, because in one moment I was in the worst of worst, and the next moment it was evaporated through this technique, what I call hoops and hacks. We all use techniques, right? Whether it's meditation or jumping jacks or whatever, we all use techniques. And I call them hoops and hacks because you don't have to do that. You can leapfrog over them. And I have a video in my video courses on my website that covers all that. But anyway, this morning I was thinking about the space of nothingness, that no thing, that is within all the pain. So in the book, you locate wherever you feel pain in your body, whether it's, if it's an addiction, some people feel, most people, they're feeling their pain somewhere here in their torso. But, it can be anywhere. It can be anywhere. And it really, the whole book and the whole year of interacting with my case studies, the people who volunteered for me to play with them with what I discovered, and over and over and over and over and over, seeing such amazing, crazy ass success that I decided to write a whole book on it. I'll put the link below. It's short. It's a really short book, but it's a fascinating read. But anyway, so the space of nothingness, because let's say your pain is just right here, right, you feel like you're having a heart attack. This is an anxiety or panic attack. You feel like you're having a heart attack. That's right where your pain is. And so when you go into that space in your mind and you do the 3-2-1 and you do all that, and the final outcome is nothing. I have that happen over and over. People are like, well, I don't feel anything. And I'm like, exactly. Let's explore that. You don't feel anything. Be with that. And then I'll have them do the technique again, and they'll feel that nothing, and then their whole world explodes into wow. Because one of the things you feel within that nothing or no thing, there's no thing within there. It is infinite space. And within this infinite space is everything. Is the infinite possibility for you to replace that pain with whatever you want. And isn't that revision? Miss Revision Master here. And isn't that everything that I talk about? All my video courses, it all comes back to the same thing, which is that you are God. Whatever term you want to put, I need a label. So this is the label we're using, because in our mind, God is omnipresent, omniscient, and on and on. God is everything. God is within everything. Everything. Not just some things and not this. Every atom, every molecule of air, every feeling you have, God is within that, which means you are within that. But anyway, that's getting a little bigger than I want to go here. So I was thinking about that space of nothing and how you can replace your pain with anything you want, or it can be nothing. So I had a couple months ago, I had this blistering headache. And I did a whole video on it, but I don't even know where, who knows? We don't have to. And by the end of the day, And I don't get headaches, guys. I don't get headaches. I don't get sick. This is not something that I interact with. So it was really like, whoa. And when it got so bad by the end of the day, and I'm just like, I've taken every pill there was. I've tried everything, every technique. Nothing was working. I tried my 3-2-1. It hurt too much to focus in on anything, to try to do my revision, to try and do any of my hoops and hacks I play with. I couldn't do them. So I'm laying there in bed and I'm like, okay, I got to revise this, because I was like at my wit's end. And I did the most pathetic attempt at a hoop or hack. And I was just like, I know there's nothing in here. I know there's nothing in there. So nothing happened. This didn't happen today. I had a wonderful day and everything was fine. And again, it was the most pathetic version of what I just said, because I was in so much pain. And like that, it just evaporated. It just evaporated. It was like somebody letting the air out of a balloon. It just went into nothing. And there wasn't even like this residual thud or anything. It was fucking gone. And I turned over and went to sleep. And what I was showing myself in that amazing experience was, once again, hoops and hacks are not necessary, because I wasn't able to do really. Again, it was a very pathetic attempt. If I had been in a class, somebody might have been going, "Oh, no, you're doing it wrong." No, I did the best I could in that moment. And being the God that I am, I could do the worst attempt. I could do the most, again, pathetic, ridiculous, like I don't even know how that succeeded, but it did. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about here. All you have to do is know. Even if your no is pathetic. Even if you're like, oh, I don't know. I can think of ways that I really know something, like the sun coming up in the morning. That you guys know my sunrise mindset. The sun just rises. I know that. That's solid. I did not know that headache was going to go away. I sure as fuck hoped. I was at my wit's end. I was like, oh, please. And yet it still worked. It didn't matter how I performed it. So what I'm saying with my 3-2-1 no more pain, it doesn't matter how you perform it. There is infiniteness within what you're playing with. It is yet just another sandbox. And within the sandbox is absolute infiniteness. As the God, you get to play however you want. And there is just, you get to blow yourself away. And there is no hard, fast rules as to how this comes to you, as to how this reveals itself to you. You may see the nothing, you may see everything. You may see them both. But the coolest thing this morning for me is how, no matter what I'm doing for my entire life, no matter what I'm playing in, whether it's Christianity, whether it's whatever of the billions of directions spirituality can go into, or whether it's, absolutely no spirituality, and it's just being the natural human being I am. This space of absolute infinite possibility has always been the foundation of it all. It is always, all fucking ways been what has come and played with me over and over and over. Whether it's Neville Goddard, whether it's Abraham Hicks, whether it's Buddhism, non-duality, duality, on and on and on. All the different labels are the everything, right? And yet within them is the no thing, the no rules, no hoops, no hacks, know anything other than what you want to play with. It is a space of nothing that you, not somebody else, not some invisible being, nobody, you get to fill. You get to fill that space with whatever you want, or nothing at all. Nothing at fucking all. When I was interacting with that headache, I wasn't filling that space with, I was filling the space with something. I was trying to fill the space with, this never happened. And I succeeded. But it was a combination because I simply just turned over and went to sleep, back into the nothingness, right? And again, there is never a no thing. This is very, very mind-blowing. Because even when I say no thing or nothing, that is still something, right? There's always something within the nothing, because nothing is something. This is where, now that particular avenue of, that's actually non-duality. That particular avenue is a black hole you get sucked into, because you will forever and ever. That is that when you're standing in front of one mirror and there's another mirror behind you and you just see infinite mirrors going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. That's that world. And a lot of times I will just touch on that world just to clarify something for me, and then I get the fuck out of there, because that is yet just another avenue that you get to explore with yourself. And I've done that, and no, that's just too convoluted. I love simplicity. I love the simple. I love the absence of hoops and hacks, and there will always be a hoop and hack, but I love the absence and just leapfrog over into the result. The result of what it is you want, your ideal. And see, the thing is, the ideal always has an ideal within it. Because every time you get what you want, you're just going to blast right on through into the next what you want. So if you were your absolute ideal, your dream self, money, love, health, everything, that version of you also has ideals. That version has, you never stop wanting. You never stop desiring bigger and better. You always can go bigger and better, right? So back to the 3, 2, 1, no more pain. I love that within these spaces that have the pain, and once you remove the pain and you find that nothing, within that is the I am, right? You hear people talk about the I am. The I am is just the beginning of infinite. I am fat. I am skinny. I am tall. I am short. I am black. I am white. I am struggling. I am effortless. I am. That's the nothing within the something, right? Or the something within the nothing. Either way. I am is you in whatever the fuck you want. Whatever the fuck you want. It's always there. So, pain. You don't have to play with it. You don't have to play with pain. That was hard to say. You know what I mean. You don't. There's no rule. Only you make the rules. You really move into that space of, and we get, one of the people that I'm interacting with right now is very much kind of like from a different culture. So I kind of, in my mind, I give him the excuse. Well, he's from a different culture and he's not really understanding me. And I just went, whoa, because that's a level of pain unto myself. Of I'm giving him excuses for why he keeps asking and trying to clarify the same damn thing I've been clarifying over and over and over. And I just went, okay, wait, I'm creating that. So now I can go through the whole process of find where you feel that, breathe into, I can do all that, or I can just leap the fuck over all that and go and pull up what I would rather have, which is he understands fine and he's got it. And he doesn't need to ask questions anymore. He's just so excited because he's always got it. And boom, it's the same thing as with the headache. I can go through I could have laid there and done okay, locate your pain. Well, it's obviously in my head. Take a deep breath, count 3, 2, 1, exhale, and now what do you feel? I could have gone through all that. But see, there's no fucking way. There's just no fucking way. So funny. Every once in a while I pull up my books and I reread them and I'm just like, no, no. Can we magic eraser? Erase all the hoops and hacks, because every time I play with a hoop and hack, I see it as the hoop and hack. And I decide, do I want to jump over that? Or do I want to keep playing with it? Well, I never ever fucking want to keep playing with it. And the thing is taking that little pill called Tylenol, that's a hoop and a hack. But who cares? As the God, if that feels like the right thing to do, do it. It's just energy. You break it down to its smallest form. It's just energy that's going, hey, you, the God, you, give me a purpose. And you're like, oh, you're a little pill that you would take if you had a headache and make it go away. Boom. And then at some point, that doesn't work anymore. And now what are you playing with? And again, I don't go there. It just comes to over and over, do you want to keep playing with these hoops and these hacks? I was talking with a friend of mine and she thinks Advil is like the devil. She's just, and I love Advil, but she's just like, no, it's horrible for your kidneys. I'll never, ever take that. Okay. What are you going to do, though, when you're in absolute agony because we just did 100 push-ups? What are you going to do? You know, when you could just take an Advil and go to sleep. See, for me, that's what works. That's my hoop and my hack right there. But now I'm like going, uh-oh, is it bad for my kidneys? See? No matter how much I know how powerful I am and how much I play in how powerful I am, I still have my human moments. I get to revise that statement here in a moment. I get to say, no, I don't have that anymore. I don't even know who that is anymore. So this video is just play. It's just play. It's just me constantly interacting with my many, many avenues that I get to play with. And what stimulated this was my book, 3, 2, 1, No More Pain. And thinking of that space, the space of the no thing, of the nothing. And understanding that you get to, that it's revision, you know? I have this happen and I revise it, that didn't happen, something else happened. So in that space, the pain is the whole fucking everything. And you're just revising the whole thing. I mean, it can be like when I hit my head, or it can be an event in my life. You know, maybe as a child I was horribly bullied, and I get to revise that never happened. I had wonderful friends, and everybody was so friendly and loving and adoring and supportive and kind. And bullying was not even a thing. I never ever saw that in my life. See, you get to no more pain, anything. You get to replace that with whatever you want at all times. So have fun. Play. It's all this invitation to play. How big can you go? There is no ceiling. There is no fucking ceiling. You get to go as big as you want, as you just saw. I could play with something as I can revise something as small as hitting my head to an entire segment of my life. And guys, I mean, the whole reason we do hoops and hacks is for a different result, right? A different outcome. And the coolest thing is you're doing this all the time without even realizing it. That's a whole nother video. It involves the now, this now moment. And that'll be fun. We'll do that sometime. But we're ending with this. Revise. Call it 3, 2, 1, no more pain. Call it revision. Call it manifestation. Give it steps if you want, or just leapfrog over all the steps and just go straight to it. Whatever the fuck you want. You are the God here. You are the operant power. You are the creator and the embracer of whatever rules or no rules you choose. Bye.